We all harbor a quiet fantasy, the big break. The idea that one day the universe will align and a life-changing event will simply arrive at our doorstep, completely unearned. Amin lived according to a single, rigid philosophy. He believed that luck was the sole architect of success. To Amin, active effort was a waste of time because the universe had already decided who would win and who would lose. This illustrates an external locus of control, the conviction that outside uncontrollable forces dictate a person's life. This worldview protects the ego. By leaving everything up to chance, the individual avoids responsibility for their situation and the potential humiliation of failing. Dedicating a life to waiting for a lucky break often serves as a hidden defense mechanism. It allows a person to avoid the friction and terror of taking ownership of their own results. Amin's routine remained unchanged for years until an old villager paused in front of his chair. The Nan posed a question that threatened Amin's entire way of life. What if luck refuses to visit those who do not move? That question created immediate cognitive dissonance. Amin's lifelong defense mechanism was suddenly at odds with a simple, observable truth about movement and results. He watched the other villagers working in the fields and the market. He began to wonder if their constant activity provided them with opportunities that he was missing by sitting still. Amin faced a choice between the comfort of his chair and the uncertain friction of the active world. To test the theory, Amin left his house and entered the marketplace. He wasn't looking for a miracle. He was looking for a job. The physical shock was immediate. Lifting heavy crates of produce left him exhausted and drenched in sweat. He was feeling the genuine friction of effort for the first time in years. At the end of the day, when the merchant handed him a few coins, Amin felt a sensation he hadn't expected. Every coin in his hand represented a direct mathematical translation of the energy he'd expended that afternoon. While an active lifestyle requires physical stamina, it offers a practical solution to the helplessness that comes with the waiting game. A few days later, a wealthy man walked through the market. The crowd whispered about how lucky he was, pointing to his fine clothes and easy manner. Suddenly, a heavy wooden crate slipped from an unstable high stack, falling directly toward the wealthy man's path. The wealthy man's supposed aura of luck did nothing to help him. His survival was the result of a nearby merchant's quick physical intervention. The merchant saw the danger and acted before the crate hit the ground. The merchant pointed out that if he hadn't been watching the stacks and ready to move, no amount of good fortune would have stopped that crate from crushing the man. Amin realized that what the crowd called the rich man's luck was actually a byproduct of the merchant's vigilance. He saw that being in the right place at the right time often requires someone else to be paying attention. Amin eventually saved enough wages to take a larger risk. He invested his money into his own small stock of goods to trade in the marketplace. Market conditions shifted rapidly. Demand dried up, and his stock's value plummeted below cost. Amin felt the urge to return to his chair by the road. It would have been easy to blame bad luck and accept he wasn't meant to succeed. The merchant explained that the lost investment bought Amin something far more valuable, specific, real-world data on market demand. He now knew exactly which goods to avoid in the future. Financial losses function as a tuition fee for the expertise required to navigate high-stakes environments. Over the next several years, Amin practiced the daily mechanics of commerce, tracking his inventories, negotiating his prices, and studying buyer behavior. He became a fixture in the market, making hundreds of small, calculated decisions every week. His daily habits aligned with a new logic. His own decisions were the primary drivers of his results. He focused entirely on the variables within his control. When a new worker asked if he had just been lucky to find such a good stall, Amin explained that luck is a fleeting opportunity that reveals itself to those already in motion. Luck might occasionally build a door, but the individual must manufacture the strength to push it open. Sustained progress depends on deliberate, continuous motion, rather than the arrival of an external force. Stop waiting for change to arrive and start manufacturing it.